Hi team, I welcome you once again. So in last video, we had seen how to create a virtual environment and later on how to install our distributable file into the virtual environment. And now we will check the same thing through GitHub. That means last time it was a local installation. We just created our distributable file into our own system, and from our own system we installed into our virtual machine. Now we will do what? We'll just publish our package, we'll publish our distributable file over the GitHub so that it can be globally available. And from GitHub, we'll try to install into our system and we'll check whether it is working properly or not. So for doing it, we'll follow a particular step. The step I mentioned over here, I'll show you. The first thing we need to do, what we need to trigger the training and create the model file. After creating the model file, we'll perform the packaging, and after performing the packaging, we'll publish the package to the GitHub. So let's follow this step one by one. Let's start with the first step, which is trigger training and create the model file. So for this, I will move to our coding window. So here it is, our training pipeline. If you see in train models, right now I don't have any classification.pickle file, that is no model file. So what I do, I'll just execute this training pipeline. So it's been created. Now in manifest already we mentioned we include the pickle file in the final package, right? So what we do now, we will just trigger the setup file through which our final package can be created. So let's do it. So here is our setup file. I will just launch command prompt over here. I have these files in which we have a setup file also exists. So I'll call python setup.py as dist. So it will create my setup file. Okay, spelling should be correct. So my setup file is created, right? We can verify it over here. My setup file is finally created. Now these files will just publish to the GitHub. So now let's move to the GitHub. Okay, here I'll create a new repo. Let's give the name to the repo MLOps. Okay, and then we have to upload the existing file. So now let's see, these are the files that we have to upload. So I'll select these guys and I will just publish it to the GitHub. So just drag and drop. So over the GitHub, files are getting uploaded. Okay, and then we'll do what? We'll just commit the change. Now here I have a location, I have a URL. This URL I'll copy because this URL will be used to install this application into our system. So I'll just copy this URL. Now I'll launch my command prompt. In the command prompt, I'll just create my virtual environment first, virtual env, and I'll give it a name mlgit. Once it is created, I'll activate it. Okay, and once it is activated, I'll check whether loan app is there or not. So I'll trigger Python and I'll import loan app. So as of now, it's not there. So I'll take a exit from here and I'll use pip install, and I have to install it from git. So I'll use what? Git plus and the location that I copied. It will take some time to get installed. All right, so this is now installed. So I will trigger Python now and I'll import loan app to check if this thing is working or not. So it's working. So how can we check that actually my package or the module that I install is working? So to check this thing, I will import predict. So from loan app, import predict. So if I will import predict, with the help of predict, we'll try to generate the prediction. So let's import and try to predict. So we'll make the predictions on the data that we had used earlier as well. Let's see, I have to make the prediction on this information. Like this is information of a user on which I want to predict. So let's see. So what I do, predict module is loaded. So I can just use over here predict dot generate predictions. Okay, I'll paste it over here and I'll execute it. So it is making the predictions over here. It means successfully we uploaded our package to the GitHub. Later on, successfully we just downloaded it from the GitHub, right? It is copied into my system into a virtual environment, and once it is installed, we can successfully import it and make use of it. And using it, we are also making the predictions over here. That is why, right? And we can also change certain values over here for during the prediction. Let's say I want to make the prediction for female, so I can just use over here, let's say female. All right, so it is how it is making the prediction. I can make few more changes if you want. Let's say instead of 1, let me make 0. Okay, so it is in. So it's working smoothly. Next, we will work on PyPy. That means we'll try to see how can we publish our package in a repository which is called Python index. That is Python package index. So we'll just upload our Python package index, and then anyone can install our module with the help of pip install. Okay, pip install name of package, and our module will be a part of open source repository, and which can be globally accessible for anyone, just like NumPy, Pandas, or Matplotlib, right? So for installing NumPy, what we do, pip install NumPy. Same way, pip install loan app. Once someone run it, the application, the package that we created, the software, the application that we created will be installed into the system, and thereafter the person can make use of it. So stay tuned, and we'll explore that thing into the next video. Thank you everyone. Take care, keep learning.